It's Gavin Austin in the 88. They're going to jam up. Oh, the 49! There they go! Hard into the wall goes Gavin Austin. Hard into the wall.
Schmidt into the fence.
Oh,
Look at all these drivers
Lord.
pile in, and they all wreck across the line, but you know who didn't? That's a 23.
39! Oh, 6! Who's it going to be?
To the line.
95 of Parker
Here they
White.
come.
Parker White in the 95 is going to get the 9 as Basin finds the outside wall. Looks like he's going to be able corner. And a checkered flag for this number 12. He's going to win it here tonight. Connor sails it in.
Almost steps into Rudy.
Rudy's there. Malachi, oh, they touch. Around goes the 37. Miller gets turned as well. Duda gets involved.
I can't wait.
iSCAR Grand National Series here at Las Vegas brings you a hot racetrack on this 1.5 mile speedway. We welcome you live for a cool one. Not much to really say about this for tonight because should be a simple 100 lap race. But otherwise than that, we will get ourselves a couple of point standings, kind of see where everybody sits at the moment. Parker White, Hunter Johnson, Benjamin A. White, Connor Shafari, Corey Rexford, Connor Brandon, Kilo Hankins, James Kaufman, Van Head, Eduardo Muniz Jr. round out the points. So we're coming up on the cutoff here in a moment, and it's getting close. So I say Parker White, obviously, a couple wins on his name. He's just about secure. Frisch hasn't been a regular as I expected, but he's like popping in and out. He's here and there, so we're still getting more people as we, push ourselves into the session. So about 20 people here for tonight. So a lot of points on the line. Benjamin A. White, he's not present. He's deep in that. I'd say a race deep with his cut. So Rexford here. So we got, I'd say. Hell, Michael Bianchini could probably pull himself maybe into the playoff picture. We'll just have to see though, but we'll pull ourselves to the side, kind of see where everybody sits by the end of this. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pull ourselves in the national anthem. Remember your hats as we salute our nation's colors. Apologies about that slight bit of a delay. We're trying to get some things situated and sorted out here for tonight, but should be a a fair race. We got still people joining into the session, so man, I'm very, very curious to see on how this will all turn out by the end of this 100 lap event. Got say about we got 21 people here for tonight, so a fair field to pull ourselves here for this evening. So should be a fun one to see on how it all turned out. But in the meantime of that, 100 laps about to go up anyway here at the iSCAR Grand National Series. Race number... Excuse my language! Oh god! Race number... 4. 5? 4? This... 4? Huh? I don't know what race it is. It's race 4. Coming up on the halfway point soon, so... the halfway mark is upon us. Again, we'll pull up points. It's a top 10 that get cut out. So, White, Johnson, Shafari, Benjamin White. I mean, Benjamin, he's not even here. So, I'm very, very curious on seeing, what kind of situation he'll fare himself into. Boy, oh boy. Should be a fun one as we get set here for tonight. We'll pull up the fastest lap here on the left-hand side of your screen. Drivers working around the racetrack. No surprise, Dylan Basin, top of the board. Fast in, fast out every day, all day and stuff. So, looks like we just finished out qualifying. So this will be a quick one to get ourselves set here for tonight. Race analysis is going to be shown on your left-hand side of your screen as 150 miles, so a lot of miles to be logged here for this one. But it should be a good one as we get set for tonight. Full grid going to be shown on your screen on the bottom. Dylan Basin, bottom of your screen. Going to be starting on the pole right alongside Christopher Wildland, number 86. Matthew McDonald, number 15. Eduardo Munez Jr., number 88. A good qualifying effort by that number 88. He's looking to put himself into the chase. Mason Sweet, number 56. He's supposed to be in the 45, but is in the 56 here for tonight. And he got the number 72, Kiloa Hankins. Peter Kenny, number 99. Ryan came in the 4th row as well. And Nook Hancock and Hunter Johnson round out the top 10. The rest of the order's going to be shown on your screen. Got Ava Berry returning here tonight, Karen Vanderlee. It'd be a fun one. I mean, we got some, fair names up in this one, as all the way in last place is going to be Ezekiel Watts. So, gonna have to refresh one more time as we get set here for tonight. Do I not have a speed cam here? Okay, interesting. Sorry. I find that very surprising. I'm trying to get, everything else situated, and it seems as though I do not have a speed cam, which, no fantastic, cameras here for tonight, unfortunately, but it should be a fun one. Again, we'll pull up the, our little graphics. Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. About 25 degrees, I kind of estimated. Good estimate. And we got, not laps, what the heck. 100 laps. That's a fair amount of laps. I mean, we got a hot racetrack here for night. Speaking of, we'll pull it up here. Current conditions, 89. Clear-ish. The track right now, boy, track temperature's 136, bro. I mean, that's crazy. So, we'll just have to see on how everybody will fare themselves out by the end of this race. 21 drivers showing up here for tonight. Should be a good one for this. Field works themselves down the back straightaway. Dylan Basin, number 84, will lead the field to the green. Alongside that, number 86, Christopher Wheel, who's looking to put himself into victory lane after a couple spins just yesterday at the last at Kansas. Thank you all for tuning in here for tonight. iSCAR Grand National Series is going to go green as the pace car scoots itself on in. Race number 4 going up and away. Dylan Basin will lead the charge to the green.
Green, green, green.
Problems around goes.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Look
Caution is
out! They're sliding down the track. Rexford gets caught up in that as Ava Berry was the first one kind of sideways, and that did not go well. Rexford killed right off the bat. Wow, that sucks, especially for his, you know, his whole resume. That right front's probably all tore up to pieces. We'll have to see on what hell kind of sort around, but that was kind of interesting. They're kind of checking up because the 7 of Hancock kind of got loose. Of course, nothing Hunter Johnson could do there, but then Rexford plow Van Vanderlee around, but unfortunately for Ava Berry and Corey Rexford, I mean, Rexford's right front destroyed on his machine. He's very curious to see on what kind of damage we'll have to endure, but boy, for a guy who's 5th in the points, not good for him. That's a bad way to make something of worth. I mean, it's the right front, of course, destroyed, but no engine damage, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to repair that, but he's going to be multiple laps down, so we'll just have to see on how he'll fare out. Ava Berry also caught up in that. Nothing they could do. They were just kind of a victim of circumstances when Hancock got loose off of 3 and 4. My car is going to be down on aero, so their return to the iSCAR scene, not going well, but Corey Rexford, that's it's a bad way to go out, especially on lap 1. Caution out. go green. So Rexford are only DNF. Ava Berry is on pit road. Laps down, unfortunately.
Green, green, green.
But back to the races, back up and away as Wild did not get going on that restart. Go 3 wide as McDonald stuck in the middle. Low Hankins on the high side. They're fanning out too. 3 wide as up on the high side. On the wall, actually. That might have been, no, it looks like the 56 of Mason Sweet. Under fire by Connor Brandon, 92. He works himself down under. Got Johnson in there as well. Here comes Trafari. Down to the low side, gonna make it 3 wide under the 86 and 15. There's not a lot of tire sets here for tonight, so these drivers are gonna definitely have to manage and make something happen as Roberto Munoz and Peter Kenny, they're gonna go at it. Try to kind of roll in the bottom side of the racetrack. Top 2 all by themselves. It's Basin and Hankins. As Parker White is slowly starting to crawl himself to the field. No surprise to see that 95 work himself forward. We'll have to see. This will probably be our baseline on who will kind of manage the tires out well and who will not. So Parker White off of 2. McDonald a little bit loose there as Peter Kenny and Weil, Connor Brandon all around in this mix. Peter rolling up that high side. Connor, boy, that car is loose. Got Hunter Johnson in tow. This is a big 4-car battle right behind of Matthew McDonald. So that's for 4th. I mean, not for 4th. This is for P7. Cole Williams up in here as well. And Hancock in the 7 who caused that incident. Jared Park making his series debut here tonight. And that number 26 kind of floating around 14th spot, just minding his own business. Got himself a good finishing spot here for tonight, so we'll see another rookie here for tonight. Ezekiel Watts, a little bit of problems on his name. Reddy has a lot of damage on his car. I don't think that thing's going to survive out any longer. Basin up front, though. And now we got a battle for 3rd spot. I mean, how about Parker White? He's really started to show ground. Now works himself into 3rd. Look how low Trafari is right up off the corner. I mean, he's locking in that number. That number 88 can't really allow him to go anywhere. I'm very worried about the 82, by the way. Watts out of harm's way. Parker White, and Connor Brandon has really started to fly himself through the field yet again. He started himself all the way back in 16th spot and now has worked himself inside of this toward the top 10. Munoz, boy, he's dead sideways. That 88 is driving off that right rear right now. And Parker White, even though he's, you know, he's really crawled himself through the field. I'm surprised to see on where he's going. Oh, car on the wall right in the background. That's wild. Oh, he falls back multiple spots. Now fighting with Williams. Got Peter Kenny up in this mix as well, but Parker, I don't know how much tire he really used up. Kind of working himself through the field, but boy, Connor sideways. That thing is just stepping. Now it's back on the racetrack. As Hankins has been, you know, keeping his ground. Oh, that 84 doing a nice job maintaining that top spot. Of course, multiple iSCAR victories under his name. No surprise to see, you know, him run to the front. Of course, prominent racer as, boy, Connor Brennan is just washing up. That 92 is looking crazy. And Trafari is not letting go of Parker White either, so multiple battles throughout the field. Connor tight through the corner. That car is still stepping around. And I wouldn't be surprised to see, oh, a little bit of contact there as Connor and Eduardo still go at it. And Dylan is fighting a loose race car. You saw the hands on his machine. He's dead sideways. I mean, that car is just, my God. I think you watch, just trying to let people by. Very damaged race car on his machine. Not really sure where he got all that damage, not gonna lie. Battle for 5th is still raging on. Connor is still trying to find a way around that number 92. I mean, that 88. Oh my God, ooh! Bit of contact as Eduardo and Connor, they're still fighting. Oh, Eduardo's in the wall! He put him in the wall, that's a teammate! Oh my God! Wow, I can't believe he did that. Bro, he destroyed his right side because of that. My God. Eduardo falls back. Peter's loose. Oh, bit of contact, car on the wall. That was wild. He's just trying to get out of Williams' way. I mean, car's just so loose right now. He can't really do too much. Everybody trying to baby the car because, you know, you don't got a lot of tire sets. Eduardo under fire. All right, up to the high side. That's Peter Kenny. Williams trying to still fling it down to the bottom. Eduardo, that right side damage is really starting to catch up to him, and now he falls back. That high side really starting to kick into favor. Matt McDonald, oh my God! He is dead sideways. That right rear is starting to leak out onto him. But he's making that high side work. Fortunately, he's just sliding that car. He's still dead sideways. Boy, he has to keep it straight. My God, he's turning right to go left. How about Jafari up against the barrier? He's trying to make it outside work and trying something different. Right now, not really going to his favor, but boy almighty, my God, he's just... dead sideways, man. not many battles through the field like what we saw at Kansas. I mean, obviously with the truck, it's a different, you know, scenario as Mason Sweet, Hancock duke it out in the background, but a totally different set of scenario here, as, you know, we got a loose race car. I mean, McDonald is just freaking sliding it, bro. That car is just screaming on the right rear, but all these guys just, you know, maintaining ground in their tires. What kind of situation will we have coming around, I'd say, lap 50? That's when kind of everything will start to open up. But this is going to be a one-stop race as Dylan Basin and Kilo Hankins 1 and 2, but Hankins just lost the 10th there for a moment as, man, Parker White still is fighting that race car. Wow, is losing so many spots. He probably was hiccuped there by some type of scenario. Mason Sweet just rim right. They're about to go 3 wide right up off the corner. Mason Sweet making that high side work. Woohoo! He's right up against the barrier. Matthew McDonald trying to follow in pursuit. He's in the wall. That's going to lose him some time, and Eduardo Munoz Jr. is going to go right by. Hancock also follows, and while kind of watching this battle unfold right... Oh! Big wreck!
Caution is out.
Hard
Caution
into
is
the
out.
outside wall! Hancock goes. That 7 drills the outside barrier. Second wreck he's been involved in, and caution number 2. And that car is destroyed. My God, that was very violent. Holy crap, he got, like... I mean, that wasn't even close. Oh, did he get loose? Oh, McDonald was kind of... What? Okay. Kind of interesting situation. As Hancock murders the outside wall. That's the hardest hit I've seen at Vegas in a moment, but like... Oh, McDonald, my God, that car just got loose. I mean, he of course didn't even touch him. That car just snapped. And on the straightaway as well. Hancock doesn't help he hit the apron, so... He didn't even give it, he didn't give the 7 room either. Caution out. Free pass gonna go to the 82 of Ezekiel Watts. So he'll work himself back onto the lead lap. But pit road open this time by. First round of pit stops up and away. And no surprise to see everybody on in. This is a, oh, except for Bianchini, who just wants to lead the lap. I mean, road open this time by. Everybody in and out. Let's see on where everybody kind of stands, but okay, kind of a reset button for everybody. Hancock, unfortunately, just destroyed. Ezekiel Watts also destroyed, but it's probably going to salvage a top 15 by the looks of it. 77 of Bianchini. No surprise to see him stay out. He's gonna get ran over on this restart. My God, we got people around the 60s before they're for pit road, so we'll have to see on where they're gonna fare out. Hancock and Matthew McDonald are very, very unhappy in each other, so. Coming to the restart. Yonkers gonna lead this to green. Michael Bianchini. On old tires as well.
Green.
Flag. Boy, he spun his tires and everybody has to jam up because of that. He is dead sideways. He's gonna get split. Oh God, this is not looking good. They might look four wide around and Bianchini kind of stuck in the middle. Cole Williams nowhere to go. Bianchini is still dead sideways. That was not a smart decision to stay out. I'm not really sure what he was, the plan was there. But he do win. Parker White has now worked himself in the second spot because of that. Side by side, got Williams and a couple set of teammates. This is Hunter Johnson, 300 winner, right to the bottom side of that number 92 of Connor Brannon. Now it's the time of Tyler Saban, who will set the pace on how this will all fare out. But we got two very fast people up front. It's Dylan Basin and Parker White. Now 1 and 2. We got Jafari now working himself into the mix. That number 9 is now under that 72. I'll take that spot. So Hankins slowly starting to drop back. He started himself in 6th. Now he's sitting 3rd. Oh my goodness. Cole Williams snags a bit of an 8 right there off of turn number 2, but again, a bit of a reset button. With this caution, so to leave us with about two tires for 67 laps, which is pretty fair. Now everybody nobody venturing up to the high side and wanting to make something happen. Everybody's just straightforward with this at the moment. No crazy moves being made. Everybody wanting to save tires for the still, first half-ish of this race. But fair top 6 at the moment. As the field being led by the 84 of Dylan Basin. Hankins just slid himself right in front of that number 32 of Hunter Johnson. He couldn't really stick a nose down in there, so he secures his top 5, and look how much momentum he just loses right through the corner. Hunter Johnson outside of that top 5 at the moment. Looking to make something happen. You got Peter Kenny up there as well. 99, boy, he's been fast. A majority of races. So a good showing for that number 99 of Peter Kenny. We'll see if he could, maybe carry this momentum and put himself in a good position by the end of it. But about the top 8 all by themselves as Ezekiel Watts. Uh-oh. That car is destroyed. Like Ezekiel Watts just got into a bit of an incident. We'll take a replay on what happened off of turn number 4. All running by himself, and so he went to like maybe an earlier incident, but that car's destroyed, unfortunately. Still a big line of cars throughout this racetrack. It's Parker White following in with Basin. I mean, looks like Parker not being as aggressive as he, you know, as he can be, but I'm pretty sure Dylan Basin kind of setting the tone and kind of setting the rhythm for everybody else right behind. So how will this all fare out by the end of it? By the end of this run, we're gonna see. But Basin, he's led, you know, just about every single lap besides, you know, the ones through the caution. "11 laps on his stint." You should see them hit pit road around like 55 to 60-ish. So these guys are probably going to split this run in half. Just side-by-side racing right behind. This is Hunter Johnson, Cole Williams. They're going to go at it. Hunter trying to make that high side work. He's probably going to fall in line. Never mind. Going to swing it to that second lane. See what kind of momentum he brings on forward. This is Trafari loose off the corner, but first time we've seen somebody venture out to that outside lane. With Hunter Johnson, P4. Rafari also the backside of that number 95, so still a big train of cars right behind our leader, Dylan Basin. He's, again, setting the tone and seeing how this will all go. He may be, you know, mirror driving just a slight bit. I wouldn't say he is. That's, but more just kind of looking at the, looking at his relative and just kind of watching the gap, maintaining it, just keeping it to 2 to 3 tenths, but it's definitely not that, because Parker White is now all over this number 84, but so many people so close, nose to tail. All these guys, once a move gets made, I think this will set a big chain reaction. We'll just have to see, but Dylan Basin, he's about to be under fire here, but the 95 of Parker White. And this is the best we've seen Connor Trafari run. He hasn't had bad luck, you know, just yet. And you see how low Parker is right up off the corner. Just trying to use as less tire as he can to get those flat exits off. Preserve that right front just a slight bit, but unfortunately just kind of compensate for the exit. Oh, Trafari is sideways. I'll keep it in front of that number 32 of Hunter Johnson, but Hunter looking to eat into that gap. Now he wants to try the high side. Bit of a wider line. Car on the wall right in the background. Mason Sweet. Bit of battling right behind. This is the 42 of Ryan Kane. Got Eduardo Munoz Jr. in the 88, also in tow. Eduardo has a lot of right front damage on his name. Mason Sweet's been working that high side. Boy, speaking of high side, Hunter Johnson above Trafari. Very, very loose. Now we go side by side for third. Hunter's been the only person to really make moves on that high side. See right in the background, got Mason Sweet up against the safer barrier. Move that 32 into P3. So Hunter Johnson slowly and steadily starting to make himself forward. Now Parker White is going to be really under fire from a guy who wants to go forward. Aaron Vanderlee on pit road. Looks like 4 tires on his name. I'm not sure if that's a scheduled or not. We'll have one last set of tires throughout the rest of the race. So limited tire sets here tonight. And all these guys just trying to preserve those tire sets. Now we got Hunter Johnson wanting to press boundaries. We'll just have to see on where he's going to fare out as. Now for the lead. Parker White under this number 84, Dylan Basin. Side by side through the corner. This is a trigger that we've kind of looking forward to seeing. But Dylan holds strong in 1 and 2. He'll maintain the gap for the time being. But Parker, that peak right there might just, you know, warn Basin just a slight bit. Hey, man, I want to go. And Dylan's really starting to slip up. So Parker looking. He's going to push him right through the tri-oval. But for the lead, Parker White now all over this number 84. Hunter Johnson's kind of our biggest mover off of that restart. He's maintaining a fair amount of ground. But man, he's sideways. That car stepped out yet again as Trafari looks under. Aaron Vanderlee in and out, multiple laps down. Looks like a lot of damage on his machine. Fortunate for him as Johnson a little bit sideways off the corner. That car's still very, very sideways. Mason Sweet's running the safer barrier. It's kind of working to his favor as well, so that 99 of Peter Kenny might be under fire, but speaking of under fire, Trafari wants that spot back. He's under this 32 of Hunter Johnson. This is about for third. Be quick or not, this will be, you know, determined because Cole Williams sitting P5 at the moment. He wants to work himself around these 2 drivers in front of him.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Toward the back. Around goes Mason Sweet. Will stop the car. Look out! Big plow has the 86 of Christopher Weil. Just nowhere to go and hard into the outside. You know, oh my goodness. Hard into. That stopped 56. God. Another horrific wreck. Ooh. Peter, I'm not sure what to say about that. Sweet was, man, wow, just nowhere to go. Yo, man, that's the 26 of Jared Parks. Just kind of in the midst of that. We'll have to see. We'll get an overhead view. This is one of the rare camera angles I never use because low-key unrealistic. Oh, Peter just got in the wall. But boy, Mason did not leave him room. Another case in which, you know, a lot of guys just not leaving each other room. So we'll have 1 tire set for these last 50 laps. And this will, in turn, for sure, make everybody to the end, so. Parker White, he might win the race off of pit road. Boy, it's going to be close. The 84. Oh, it is going to be Parker. New leader in the 95. off of pit road first. And that is huge for him. They didn't have to fight Dylan Basin, so this time it's going to be Parker White leading the... Sweet, car destroyed. The whole entire, you know. Left side is gone. He's just trying to get a lap lead. Basin trying to push out as much fuel as he can. Fortunate for... Wow, man, that's just... bad plow. Alright, here we go yet again. iSCAR's in, and this time it's going to be Parker White setting the pace.
Green flag, green flag.
New tires, cold rubber on these machines. It's going to be interesting to see on where everybody's going to fare out. Keloa Hankins, he was running inside that top, top three, but right now not fair of it. Parker White under fire. It's Basin utilizing that high side in 3 and 4. He's going to shoot to the front. He wants to be the one to lead this thing, and now he is, so move that number 84 back to the lead. Most dominant I've ever seen is 84. And this is his racetrack. I think last time the ACOG iRacing was here, Dylan actually ended up winning that race, and he was using that high side in 3 and 4 to his advantage. And right there, perfect example of what he could do on that third lane, and he'll move himself to the front, but he'll immediately drop low to save some tire there for the rest of this race. Now we're halfway. So bumpy down there in 1 and 2. The car's just upset through the corner, and all these guys, unfortunately, they could only do so much to keep it down low. But in the longer run of the race, kind of is easier to maintain it, but we'll have to see. Basin's been the head of this field so far. right behind. It's Connor Brannon, Truck Series winner. Fantastic job. Trying to run that third lane. He's doing so well, and now we're going to go double wide, as now Parker White is going to be under fire from Connor Brannon. Got Jafari in the mix as well. Hankins under the 43. Cole Williams. And they go double wide, so Connor Brannon, he wants to be the one to make this high side work. Gonna try the same thing of what Dylan Basin did for turns number 3 and 4, but boy, he's dead sideways. He's in the wall. I wouldn't say that's too hard of a hit, but he may have a little bit of damage. In turns 1 and 2, I mean, that middle just really kicks out. And now Trafari wants to follow in pursuit. They go side by side, and Connor Brannon gonna try it again. Pretty wide because of that. Trafari now looks down low. Yep. And for the lead, Brannon up to the high side. Trafari trying to split the middle. And for this top spot, Connor Brannon gonna try to make that middle lane work. He's on the wall. Oh no. A bit too fast into 1 and 2 is gonna lose him a chance for this top spot. Now it's gonna be Trafari in the 9 to maybe make something of worth. He works down low. Basin right up against the safer barrier. We'll see if he can make it work. And it looks like Trafari is gonna be clear for the time being. Not by much though. Still side by side for this top spot. Trafari, underside of this 84. Can't really make it happen. This high side really strong so far as Basin shoves it into 1. But a little bit of moves being made. I wouldn't say too much, but enough to shuffle the order just a slight bit, as nobody really knows how or when they want to really go. As Hankins now fires it under Parker White. I'm sure Parker's going to be able to hold on that high side. We'll have to see, though. Looks like no. Parker loses a spot right there. Co passes White on the inside, 1 and 2, but they're all still kind of grouped up together. As here comes Trafari again. He's really gonna shove it in there. My God, maybe got a bit tight doing that, but is still staying content. So for the top spot, looking at number 9 of Connor Trafari. He has the definite preferred line into turns 1 and 2. That middle line really favors the turn off. And to the front, new leader, number 9, Connor Trafari. Hankins wants to shove it under Basin. He doesn't want to lose too many spots. And Basin throttled it in just to keep in front of that number 72. But that's good news for that 9 and Trafari. He wants to see them battle right behind. Maybe potentially pull himself away. But right now, Trafari is going to be the one setting the pace. Hankins also knocking on the door. He might have snagged the outside wall there just for a moment. 100 miles in, got 50 left. That's the 9 at Trafari. First time we've really seen a driver maintain the top spot. Now it's Hankins firing it over this 84 of Basin. He's kind of sideways. Hankins wants to go. Bit of side-by-side right behind. This is Williams and Brannon. Brannon now up on that safer barrier just a slight bit. He's under fire from the 32 of Hunter Johnson. Boy, man, that 92 is sideways. couple. I was about to say Supreme, but a couple of Supercell Racing guys right behind. And that battle for looks to be for 6th. Basin still, boy, that car is dead sideways. The transition just about caught him off guard. And Basin under that 9 for this top spot. Can he maintain it? No. Move the 9 back up to the front. Mason Sweet playing a lap car factor. He's out of harm's way. But that high side still working into favors as Basin's sort of getting a taste of his own medicine. That middle line starting to be a better defensive groove for him as Mason Sweet back on the racetrack. He has fresh tires on his name. So fighting in and around. He's looking for the 99 of Peter Kenny, maybe. Oh, he spun him!
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
$15 laps down. I mean, all signs point, you know, toward what happened a couple cautions ago between Peter and Mason. Peter kind of came down. I mean, yet again off the wall. Late race restart. I'm not sure if they used their one and only set. We'll have to see. Okay, so we have some interesting, you know, strategy into this now. Some people pit, some people decide to stay out. So Connor in the 92 is going to be the first guy with tires. Got Ryan Kame, Parker White also decided to hit pit road, as well as Michael Bianchini. So
Green, green, green.
to be interesting to see on how it'll all kind of fare out. Oh, Parks is sideways, man. Oh, God. Connor had to check up. And look at all these guys kind of fly around him. So now Parker White, he's in the best scenario right now. And here comes Parker. Right to the inside. This is what Fresh Tires does. And this is where he wants to be. Now the question is, what kind of... Oh my God, he's boxed in line, actually. So, gonna see Bianchini work himself into this mix as well. Michael Bianchini has worked himself inside the top 5. But man, Dylan Basin, what does he want? No! Just about... Look at Bianchini! Yeah, baby! Woo! He's over. He's right through the middle of Dylan sideways. He's still sideways. Oh, he's in the wall. Oh my God! Look at all these guys on Fresh Tires. They have worked themselves to the through the field. God Almighty! He's easily in and by, but Bianchini. Has now worked himself into second spot. And all these guys with fresh rubber on their name have now easily filtered themselves into the top 2. Eduardo Munoz Jr., Parker White. I mean, it was a great call to pit. The question is, what if we're going to see a caution? And Connor Brandon, he's one of those drivers who did hit pit road. I'm not sure if, you know, he just drove through. So Connor, just a simple drive through. He sets himself in 9. So now the top 3, all guys with fresh rubber on their name. Now they just have to hope this thing stays green. Laps to go this time by. The guys on fresh rubber. Boy almighty. What kind of call have they made? Look at Basin, bro. He's sliding his right rear all over the place. He's in the wall because of that. trying to do whatever he can. He's going to get split 3 wide because of it. Trying to fend out Williams. Everybody else. But the tire strategy did play, you know, his way. And Hankins, boy, he's under that 43. Look at them, they're about to go 4 wide because of that. As Hankins is dead sideways, look out! Oh, big tar bang! And Hank, oh god! Oh, there goes Basin.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
18 laps to go. Co, luckily, not as much damage, but Co, I don't know if he hit Williams, but bam, right there. Oh, racing deal, low-key. Not really sure who to call that on, because both cars were gonna wreck regardless. Luckily. Does Bianchini still have an extra set? Oh yeah, he did stay out. So Bianchini is going to be in a perfect prime position to be second. That is a huge gain for the 77. He just needs to nail his pit stop and not overshoot it, so. 4 tires. Now the guys with fresh rubber. Oh boy. It's all gonna play in a favor for them. Now Basin sits himself in 8th. For sure, our final set of tire. Here we go. This is certainly going to be a restart. We got, you know, I don't know what kind of tire Parker White has. You know, if he really pushed it, we'll just have to see. So the guys on fresher rubber are going to be the guys starting from 3rd on back. So Bianchini, Williams, Hankins, Trafari. We'll have to see. And how will Eduardo Munoz Jr. play a factor into this? We're about to find out. iSCAR is in though.
Green flag, green flag.
Ooh, the 43 got a bad restart. And God almighty, we're looking 4 wide into turn number 1. This might look a little bit messy as Bianchini works himself to the front. Oh, Eduardo is just a huge jam up with Shafari. He can't really go anywhere. They're 4 wide because of that. Oh man, the 43 is dead sideways. But Bianchini, he has fresh rubber to his name. Look out! Oh my God, nearly contact. Oh, there they go. Eduardo into the grass. We'll keep it straight for the time being. Oh, Vanderlei in for the lead. Michael Bianchini right to the inside of Parker White. He has to maintain it though. He needs help. Has a 72 of Hankins right on his rear end. Here comes Michael Bianchini. What can he do on the bottom side? He slings it around the 95. And now the 72 of Kiloa Hankins. What can he do? Oh, Michael's loose. Beast into the bottom side. They're 3-4 wide for second now. Bason's coming. And Michael is loose, man. Oh, a bit of contact there as Cole Williams. Oh, he's in the wall. Bianchini by. Brennan in there as well. Parker White gets. Oh my goodness, they're all wrecking.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Trafari involved. Williams in it. And Bianchini got a bit loose. Oh no! That 77, he stepped out just a slight bit. Oh, I mean, he got tight actually. Boy, and kind of another kind of racing incident. I mean, Bianchini just he was car was gonna hit the wall regardless, so damn, another caution. Hunter Johnson has a ton of damage on this car. This is most likely gonna be, you know, the best situation for Dylan Basin. Parker White, God almighty. This is, he's in an ass spot right now, I'm not gonna lie. It's just old tires. Crappy spot. Everybody just white, you know, late race racing now. Now, all eyes are on the 72 of Hankins if he could hold off Basin. It's gonna be a big restart as well. This time, 1 to go. Across the line, Garen Vanderlei. Free pass. What can Kiloa Hankins do to hold off the hard-charging Dylan Basin? been a very pace-steady race, but now with all these late race yellows, the whole agenda has started to flip on its head, and everybody's now 100%. Limited tire sets, so not a lot of people could just, you know, pit and make something of worth. He is working himself back on the racetrack. We'll have to see on how this will all turn out, but Hankins has a big job to do. I'm curious if that 84 does have like any damage off of that incident he was involved in off of turn number 4 with
Green, green, green.
forgot who it was. Green flag though. Hankins is gone. I don't think by much. I was thinking of Cole Williams, excuse me, number 43. Down low. Clear for this, or no, he won't. Side by side. This is what Hankins needs to see in his mirror. 7 laps to go. He just needs them side by side. Off the restart, looks like Basin cannot get much of it to go. Now a crossover to the inside. This is for second. Easily by.
All right, man.
Oh, and another caution! Oh, big
out.
wreck! Has the 15 and Matthew McDonald nails the outside barrier. And this will pull us to, I think, 2 laps of racing to go. As, oh. Oh, McDonald just blinked out. That car was nowhere to be. McDonald blinks into the 32 of Hunter Johnson, so yet again another restart. I think this is huge for Hankins. I think these late restarts are just gonna go his way. Now Connor on the low side. Just have to see. Aaron Vanderlee gonna get the wave around in the number 64. These guys are out of tires, by the way. Pretty sure. Williams on in. Pretty sure just to maybe repair a little bit of damage. Unless he'll take a set. So. Yeah, a bit of left rear damage on his machine, so. Repairing and buffing that out. Aero does mean a lot here, especially at a high-speed oval. Been a fairly clean race so far, right up until the end. Now 7 cautions stacking up. Had 3 in our last, I'd say, you know, our last 20. It'll be our last, I'm not sure. See a 3 to go restart. It's Loa Hankins, and the number 72 tries to take it away. from the 84 of Dylan Basin. This kind of all got started with interesting pit cycle. Everybody taking the gamble to... I mean, not everybody, but a few guys taking a gamble to get tires. Shot themselves out front. Parker White was one of those guys who decided to take their last set. But now he's riled up in fourth with guys with fresher tires around him, so his strategy kind of 180'd on him. These guys, you know, still doing whatever they can to repair their damage. Maintain whatever they can. 4 laps to go. If the next caution comes out, this will be a green-white checkered. What can Hankins do to fend off Basin? He's led the most laps so far, has been the fastest guy. The first time Parker White has really been challenged. But now they were just offset on the tire strategy. How will it all go for that number 72 of Hankins? iSCAR's in.
Green flag, green flag.
Huge, huge restart. The Basin is clear for that second spot. Will drop himself down. We'll see if he can get under fire here by the 92 of Connor. Looks like no. 2 by 2. Right up off the turn number 2. And the top two all by themselves. I'm pretty sure that 84 may shove it down to the high side. No, never mind. He's gonna utilize it down low. Hankins, all he has to do is just mirror drive. What kind of situation will Basin put himself into? 2 laps to go. Can Kiloa Hankins hold on? We'll just have to find out. He's right to the outside of him. He's dead sideways. And now Hankins has to pull a block. Basin's gonna try up high. He's gonna have a huge run coming to the front straightaway. Here he comes. What can Hankins do to fend off that number 84 Basin? White flag this time by, and Basin now to the high side of Kiloa. Not necessarily where he wants to be. Oh, bit of contact. Kiloa is dead sideways. They keep it straight though. But Basin now clears himself 3 car lengths ahead of Kiloa. Into 3 and 4. Basin's last lap pass is gonna prove himself right. He'll work himself off a 4. Checkered flag. 84 wins it. Another fantastic finish here under the iSCAR banner. Dylan Basin, your winner. Full results in front of your screen. Basin wins it, as Hankins ends up second, Brandon third. Trafari, Parker White round out the top 5. Parker salvages actually a top 5 after that, you know, mishap on strategy. Johnson, Kane, Parks. How about a top 10 on his debut? Kaufman and Cole Williams rounding himself out in the top 10. McDonald, Munoz, Bianchini, Darren Vanderlee, got Peter Kenny, Ezekiel Watts, Weil, Hancock, Rexford, Ava Berry rounding it out, and Mason Sweet all the way in dead last. Be right back right after this as we interview out Dylan Basin. This has been the iSCAR Grand National Series at Las Vegas. Pull up 3, it's Gavin Austin in the 88. They're gonna jam up. Oh, the 49! Down they go, hard into the wall goes Gavin Austin. Hard into the wall
Schmidt into the fence.
Oh
Look at all these
my
drivers
Lord.
pile in, and they all wreck across the line, but
You know who didn't?
Corner.
That's a 23.
39.06. Who's it gonna be?
27 to the line.
95 of Parker
Here they
White.
come.
Parker White in the 95 is gonna get the 9 as Basin finds the outside wall. Looks like he's gonna be able corner and a checkered flag for this number 12. He's gonna win it here tonight. Connor seals it in.
Almost steps into Rudy.
Rudy's there. Malachi, oh, they touch. Around goes the 37. Miller gets turned as well. Duda gets involved.
I can't wait.
iSCAR Grand National Series here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A great last lap pass there at the end of it as Dylan Basin found himself around that number 72 of Kiloa Hankins will pull himself into the booth here in just a moment. But man, what a race. Another amazing race to end out. An amazing 100 lapper, but drag some people into the booth, and this will be the 84 Dylan Basin on in. I mean, he dominated that first and I'd say a second half of the race. Dylan Basin in the 84, but a tire strategy kind of played into effect. Those late race cautions played to your favor, and in the end, it was you and Hankins up front. Congratulations, Dylan, your first win this season in the iSCAR 2025. But man, what a race!
Yeah, honestly, it was almost a blessing in disguise that I got fenced to hell and back, because like I brought the tire strategy to us. Cole didn't even know I was there. He thought since I had been sliding around the past few laps that he'd be clear of me and just pancaked me right into it. And I thought the wasn't going to come out because I did a 360 and I was like, okay, we're going forward, but I guess I was going too slow and it brought it out anyways. But still had to work our way back up to the front. You know, I had to make it like 4 wide bottom, like the next restart. Got the second, and then I had a little dash with Ko at the end. You know, he racing pretty clean. He's just, man, that wall line out of turn 4, I just had so much momentum that he couldn't really stop it, and that's what really got me ahead.
Yeah, that's right. That outside line in 3 and 4, I mean, I've seen you do it multiple times. You were honestly the only person to really make it work. I saw Connor up there, maybe Parker White here and there, but in terms of aggression, you were the only person to really pull the trigger on that third lane up in 3 and 4, and it worked out to favor, especially, you know, coming off of the corner where you set yourself up to pass Hankins there. But talk to me, you know, limited tire sets. Everybody was kind of in an interesting pace, either following you or Parker White. Talk me through that.
Yeah, honestly, I think most of us thought it would go green with the smaller field we had. So we're kind of just backing it up, saving it. And every time we started, you know, pulling little gaps, started going a little bit. You know, I know like the second long run we had, I started pulling a little bit on Parker there. And I got about like half a second out and hadn't really started pushing yet. I was waiting until about 30 laps in just to go and rip the wall and start really pulling away. But yeah, it's kind of just, you know, you don't want to be at a disadvantage. You know, you got to sit there and try to give yourself the best tires for the long run so you can go fight those leaders or keep the lead, like in my example. And while it did work out, you know, we kept the lead most of the race. It's just it didn't play out the way that we all probably thought it would. So, but nonetheless, still a fun race and still a lot of tire strategy in it and whatnot.
Yes, sir. Dylan Basin, his first iSCAR win this season. Before we let you go, any sponsors want to thank you for tonight?
I'd like to thank Ryko Performance, Thanks to my parents. Thanks to you for bringing iSCAR back and doing the broadcast and whatnot. And that's about it.
All right, about 10-4. Dylan Basin rounds himself out first after leading 60 laps here tonight. We'll go ahead and see you at the next race, man.
Sounds good. See you.
Dragging our second place finisher, Kiloa Hankins, into the booth. Kiko, man, it was so close, but then more late race restarts, more cautions. It just kind of flipped upside down for you, but then as well as, the fastest guy the whole entire race caught up. Hankins, what could you have done better there on that, that late race?
I think I gave up the win on the front stretch of the last lap. Should have stayed on the track, but I went down to the apron thinking that I could have enough momentum to just keep him behind me entering turn 1. It was just a bad misjudgment. But, I mean, Basin just played all the cards right, and he definitely deserved the win.
Yeah, sir. You led 12 laps here tonight. You're the most in a race this season for you. That late race kind of played to your favor. Limited tire sets here for tonight. Only 3 for 100 laps. Not many. You were kind of managing the pace right behind, in line with everybody. So kind of walk me through on, the middle portion of the race on pacing it through.
Middle portion of the race, I think that was when... let's see. The first caution came out when I was in second place. Parker was 2 corners from passing me, so kind of fortunate that happened. But during that second or third run that we had, don't remember which one it was, saw that everyone was just trying to pass me, and I was like, okay, I'll just manage my tires here, just stay behind whoever wanted to pass me. And I don't think we made up any spots in the caution before, but then the caution right after, I was like, we might have more caution, so I'm just going to try to run up to the front. So I think we went from like 7th to about 3rd there. And if that hadn't happened, I don't think we would have been in the spot we'd have been in tonight.
All right, about 10-4. That number 72 rounds himself out in P2. Before we let you go, any sponsor want to take care for tonight?
I want to thank SpongeBob SquarePants for sponsoring my car. No, just kidding. I'm going to thank everyone back home watching. Thank you for broadcasting, and just glad to be racing with my friends.
All right, about 10-4. Kiloa Hankins rounds himself out second. We'll go see you come next race, man.
10-4.
And that'll be it here for tonight for this iSCAR event. Dylan Basin rounds himself out in victory lane. And until next time, next week, we're on the road courses. So it should be a lot of fun to see on who can turn the right the better. Until next time, my name is Iki Reyes. We'll see you next race.